10:15. Okay, today we're going to talk about midsegment. Of a triangle. Midsegment of a triangle. And before that, let's talk about this. I feel like I'm in the mall. There's music playing in the background, and I don't know if I'm going to try to talk over it or not. Can you guys hear me? Pretty annoying, isn't it? Here we go. We're going to do this. I'm going to do my nonverbal teaching. Ready? If a line is parallel to one side of a triangle and intersects the other two sides, then it divides them proportionally. Here's what that means. If we got a triangle, ABC, if a line is parallel to one side of a triangle, so let's put a line in here. And if we do this, then isn't DE parallel to BC? If a line is parallel to one side of a triangle and intersects the other two sides, then it divides them proportionally. Here's what this means. It means that AE over EB is equal to AD over DC. See it? AE, whatever that segment length is, over EB is equal to AD over DC. So if you had to solve for a variable here, let's say that this is X and this is 9, 8, and 4. You would just write a proportion, okay? As soon as you see a line or a segment parallel to a side of a triangle, this rule applies. So we would write a proportion here to solve for X. We would say that 9 over X is equal to 8 over 4. And when you're solving a proportion, you crisscross multiply. Crisscross multiply. So you multiply 8 times x and you get 8x. You make it equal to 9 times 4, which is 36. And then you divide both sides by 8. And x equals 4.5. Everybody understand? Okay. So now let's talk about the midsegment of a triangle. A midsegment of a triangle connects the midpoints of two sides of a triangle it is parallel to the third side and 1/2 and 1/2 its length. So here's what a picture of that would look like. Got a triangle. Put a point in the middle of A and B, best you can. We'll call it D. And then put a point in the middle of AC, the best you can. Call it E. And now, if D is the midpoint of a side of a triangle, aren't these two pieces equal to each other? Okay? It's in the middle, so the two segments are congruent. If E is in the if point E is in the middle of side AC, then AE is congruent to EC. Now if I take a line and I connect D to E, then DE is a midsegment. And there are a couple of rules that you need to understand and know related to its length. Okay? The rule says a midsegment of a triangle connects midpoints of two sides of a triangle. It is parallel to the third side. So here's something we know about it. The midsegment is parallel to the third side. And it is half its length. Half its length. So if DE is this midsegment, it's parallel. So here's what we know about it. We know that DE is parallel to BC. We know that DE is equal to 1/2 BC. And if DE equals half of BC, don't 2 of the DEs equal 1 of the BCs? All right, all that information right there is true about a midsegment. So there's a couple questions on your study guide where you're going to have to use that rule to find some different lengths, especially those lengths related to a midsegment. Any questions on any of that stuff? Any questions from you people at home on any of the stuff we've covered today? Not really. Okay. All right, then, you guys at home, I have uploaded your study guide for today to the resources tab on a web page. And we will do a short Zoom meeting tomorrow before the quiz. So at this time, if you don't have any questions, I'm going to close this Zoom meeting. Can you verbally check out for me, please, if anybody's here? Ben, Isaiah, what happened to Vince? Jason, where'd Jason go? Thought he was here.
This is Ben, and I'm signing out.
Thanks, buddy. How about you, Isaiah? Alrighty then.
This is Isaiah, and I'm signing off the Zoom call.
Thank you, buddy. I appreciate it. See you tomorrow.